All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Harakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at GMS who rule well. My name is Brother Hahushai Zion. I want to bring this out because I'm probably going to name this Bold-Faced Lies by a woman cashing a fraudulent check, or something like that. This is why we tell you not to, Salakia, trust these women. You know, because here she is in on this whole thing, and then she's going to twist it around and try to blame the guy like he put her up to it or whatever. But she knew what she was doing. She about to bold-faced lie in front of these policemen, man. Listen to this madness. And this guy, the lead attorney, he did something with Kevin Samuels before he died or whatever. It became pretty famous himself. Grew his channel from like 200,000 subscribers to 400,000 now, which is wild, man. He does this full time. But anyway, listen to this crazy madness and his bold-faced lies, man. You know, this is the type of stuff that, you know, the Lord hates. A false witness that speaketh lies. Listen.
I'm halfway.
I got a whole stethoscope sitting on the table.
I'm joining in this halfway through, okay? So, from what I heard,
So let me give y'all the backstory. So basically, this chick is a waitress who's now dressing up as a like a nurse or whatever, and she's got a stethoscope, and she's got a fraudulent check, and she knows what she did was wrong. And so just listen in, and she's trying to lie and say like it's not. She's talking out both sides of her mouth. Listen to this.
understand, this check is fake.
Mm-hmm.
You knew this check was fake.
I didn't know anything.
You didn't know anything.
No. I just knew that.
You see how she looked down when she said that? Because she couldn't look the dude in the eye with sincerity. When people are sincere, they look you dead in the eyes and they tell you the truth, but not without even blinking.
Did y'all see that?
Me get my rent paid, so I'm not a victim.
Hold up, stop the tape. Guys, to be an attorney, you have to have some type of attention to detail. And let's look at this for a second. What's wrong with this picture? I have been in and out of hospitals and doctor's offices. I have never seen a woman in scrubs and some damn open-toed shoes. I have never seen that in my life. Imagine going to the hospital and there's a woman in scrubs with her feet out. None of this is making sense.
This check is fake.
That's because it's a costume.
Mm-hmm.
You knew this check was fake.
I didn't know anything.
You didn't know anything.
No. I just knew that this was someone trying to help me get my rent paid, so I'm not evicted with my children. And I'm at the point where I'll do almost anything to make sure that my kids don't feel that everything that I'm going through to keep the stuff going.
Oh no, guys, now she's saying she's about to get evicted.
What an idiot. At the same time, all you should have done is just told the truth. Look, you're already nailed to the wall. And ultimately, you know, these women are so foolish. Again, they're easily tricked. All right. The woman being deceived was caught in a transgression, right? But Adam was not deceived. Now, that's not to say that this happens, you know, to our people. You know, and of course, they create these schemes and plots and different things that they do that is wicked. But remember, wealth gotten by vanity shall be diminished. All right? But wealth gathered by labor is going to be increased, roughly paraphrasing. So you have to work hard, man. If you work, you're going to be blessed. If you plotting and scheming, wheeling and dealing, you know, that's not going to work, okay? It's you may even, if you do pull it off, you're still going to get, you know, at the end of the day, it's all going to be down the drain. He that gathereth by labor shall increase. But you don't want to gather by labor, lady. And you want to lie about it too, which we know. Watch this, bro. Listen to this.
Is this her fault? Did Marquise see an easy victim and easy mark? His name is Marquise. Let's go.
So she actually called the dude and confessed the whole thing, and on speakerphone right in front of those policemen. And he said, yeah, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna turn around. He not coming back over there. He said, I'm way out of the city by now. You know, I'm out. You know, he's like, you know, whatever the case is. He played this chick. Watch.
When he told you to get dressed in the shrubs and he wrote the check for you,
I mean, at that point, I obviously figured.
what did he say to you when he wrote the check and gave it to you?
He just said to go in and tell them this. This is what he wrote. This is what it is.
What did he tell you to tell them?
That I'm a living assistant, that I take care of someone's mom or something.
So he told you to lie, and then you came up in here saying you didn't know that the check was fraudulent? That's some bullshit, B. So that's why this lady, if a judge sees this, I would give her the maximum penalty for grand larceny or grand theft. I would give her the maximum. If it's 5 years in jail, I would definitely give her 5 years. Or if it's 10 years maximum sentence, I would, as the judge in my discretion, I would absolutely award the maximum for every single crime. I would give this woman 20 to 30 years in jail if I could. Just saying.
And that.
Which is not true, obviously.
No.
Oh, she's admitting the whole scheme.
No, you should be alright for right now. I'm not even entirely sure he's coming back. He didn't sound too convincing.
All right, so he told you to come in here and act like you was taking care of somebody, taking care of a live. Okay. And at that point, did you know the check was fake when he gave it to you before you walked into his bank?
I figured.
So he wrote it for $3,390.
$3,000. How much was a
And then
rent?
obviously, did he have the scrubs or did you?
He got me. I was in my clothes. He picked me up, and I'm just riding with them, thinking, I don't know. I'm just going with the flow. And then he said, "You gotta stop and get your scrubs." And I was like, "What do we need to stop and get your scrubs for?"
Right.
And that was when he didn't even fully explain it. He had like 2 phones on the phone.
She fucking lying, man. Salakia, brother. But, she is lying, bro. And that makes me so mad, bro, because she's lying right to them. But the beautiful thing about it is these body cams. All of this is being recorded. So whatever attorney that she tries to hire, like the brother had said, this guy who's talking, who's the whose channel I'm on, this guy, prior to this, he said, look, that's why it's best to just say, I just want to speak to an attorney. And that's that. Because you incriminated yourself. There is no possible way to try to get you off of this or nothing. If it goes to trial and this video comes out, she's done. She's completely done, because there's no way that you're going to lead me to believe, without a reasonable doubt, that you did not know that this was fraudulent when he had you go buy an outfit to act like you were something that you were not. Don't you know that shit's bugged out? What kind of common sense is that? That's why she's lying. This is an Ananias and Saphira type of evil, all right? She's doing some dark evil, son. This is some dark-ass evil shit. She doing witchcraft right now, man. Watch, listen to this, man.
Different people, like, I was just sitting in the back, just writing, like, whatever y'all tell me I need to do so I can pay my rent. I know Marquise for a couple months, but the guy driving is Marquise's friend. I don't know him. And it's my first time seeing him today.
And they're in a
I
burnt
don't even
orange.
have his name.
I got you. Burnt orange SUV.
Yeah,
What about this white Mercedes?
I don't know anything about it. That's fine.
Okay, but he did say to you on the phone, that was the crackhead.
Well, because I almost told me and I am too. I don't know.
No, this is important. You're looking at felony charges right now.
A
I'll be
felony.
honest with you. Okay. It's called uttering a forged document.
But grandma's picking up
So
the
this is
kids.
Probably more important than what grandma's got to say.
I mean, I was just asking to pick up my kids from school, so that's pretty much.
Okay. Tell her to pick up your kids. Tell her you're
She
probably
said
going to
she
jail.
would. I told her I was getting arrested, so I mean.
Talk to your abuela. Get the kids straight.
Hello.
I got kids, so.
Can I see that?
Pues yo no.
So that's what I was.
The check?
I'm working on getting you a copy of
The check was
the third check.
almost
So there's this
$3,400.
check, and then there's another check that was cashed.
What TD bank did he cash this one at?
Grandma, I'm talking to the cops right now.
So he cashed
Alright, wait.
Abuela wants to know what the deal is.
2 before this.
At this bank?
No, he cashed 2 at other TD banks.
In Deland or somewhere else?
Other one was like on their way
I
here.
believe the other two were in Orlando.
Okay.
And that one has his name on it. This one has her name on it. Because they
Understood.
sent her in here to act like.
Are they the same check numbers and all that?
This is University Boulevard.
130.
Obviously, you know that Orlando PD, that has to go through them because that's their jurisdiction and all that, so.
Well, I'm just more or less giving this to you as far as
For evidence,
information,
yeah.
just to let you know that there was 3 checks that were
absolutely, yeah. But for like reporting purposes, and we can give you a case number, and we can even fax this over there as far as like a case linkage, because obviously it's
So these greedy ass niggas, they already took 2 times. They already cashed checks twice out of this same account. And now they having her go in there a 3rd time. They triple dipping, and this is where they got caught because they was greedy about it. You know what I mean? It was real greedy. They probably went and spent the money immediately and thought they were just going to keep doing this. And, you know, the Lord ultimately is catching up with them, you know? That's why this stuff, the wicked are going to come unto swift destruction. And her stupid ass lies, you know, she's going to have a dumb ass, goofy look on her face, just like right there, for lying. And there's a judgment, man. You know, nobody gives a shit about you and your kids and what you're doing. You're lying to people, being fraudulent, doing evil activities. And then ultimately, when you're caught red-handed, you're still lying, bold-faced lying. Like, that's what pisses me off. You see? You know, and the scripture says in James 4:17, the good you knoweth to do and doeth it not, to him it is sin. And it's ultimately, there's a lot going on here, man. There's multiple lies, a lot of deceit, a lot of fraudulent activity, man. She's holding back a lot of stuff, man, and just lying about it too. On top of that, that's what I'll be furious if I was the police. Furious. But they got to watch what they say so that they can bring this to the prosecutors and the investigators, you know. Really get her to talk later.
same people, so it's going to be a case linkage. It might even be a statewide prosecutor because it's through multi-jurisdictions, multiple.
And if the 2 are connected,
No, that has nothing to do with it.
This is from the white Mercedes.
Yeah.
Let me just be perfectly clear with you right now.
Uh-oh.
There is no way that I believe that these 2 incidences are not linked.
They're not. I mean, I promise on everything
You
I
said he was
love.
on the phone talking to people, right?
Not to. So.
He had multiple phones. He's talking to people. 2 people don't walk into a bank at the same time.
With him.
I mean, that was just.
No, it has.
Another goddamn lie. So I'm so thankful and happy that this guy is smart. You know, the police officer. That's why they say, man, he beareth not the sword in vain. If thou doest evil, you know, be afraid in Romans 13. She's effing lying. And now here this guy comes and he's understanding that she's coming in a 3rd time. Clearly, this is a team of robbers. And she's part of the 3rd part of the squad thinking one person's going to cash a check. Then later on, another person's going to walk in and cash a check. You know, and so it's not repetitive. And then she's the 3rd person that's coming in, the dummy. And she gets busted. She gets busted because the people there suspected something was going on. I'm not sure if the amount was similar. I got to go back and listen to the details. But I know that she ultimately is cashing out of the same account. And it's 3 different people. I mean, how stupid can you be? You know what I mean? How dumb can you be, man? That's crazy, man. And now she's about to get multiple felony charges for larceny and grand theft because they're going to link her to all 3 of those crimes and get it with 3 counts. That could lead her in jail for like 25 years. And I would definitely, if I'm the judge in this society, I'm absolutely giving her the maximum penalty. I'm going to let her know you are getting the maximum penalty. I don't care what's going on. Boom. 35 years, you could go and think about that, what you did. When you're an old-ass vieja, an old lady, and your vitality's taken from you, yeah, then you'll regret what you did. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
That would just have to
Very
be like
ironic.
lightning striking.
Both
twice.
with a fake check. They just leave you sitting here.
I get that, but whoever that was, that
You
had
didn't have to
nothing-
see him,
I know,
but-
but
The reason why I would give her the maximum penalty too would be because of the lying. Because your bold-faced, repeated lying about it, that's just not that's not gonna work. You know, that's why you're getting the maximum now.
it wasn't.
it might not be something you're knowledgeable
Yeah,
of.
Right,
you're
you may
not.
not know. These guys may know, but you probably don't.
Because they just left you sitting.
I mean,
like,
right
sitting
away,
up.
as soon as you said that, they're dealing with somebody else, and he said to you, oh, they're dealing with that crackhead.
They got a crackhead doing this too. Look at her face. She's like, I'm on par with a crackhead. Guys, these officers are absolutely correct. Marquise is part of a whole scheme. These aren't even regular checks. I don't know if y'all saw this in the beginning. These are like government bonds. This isn't a business check, a corporate check, or personal check. What are the chances that government bonds that are fake are presented at various branch locations at the same time and it's not part of the same scheme? Look at her face. She thought she was special by being selected. Come to find out they got a girl who's a crackhead doing the same thing.
So he knew. How would he supposed to know what we're
And
doing?
they both left at the same time. One cop showed up, everybody leaves,
It's
you're still
because-
sitting in here.
They went to a TD with me in the car right before we came to this one, and he was walking out of that TD too. And then I told them when I got here that I seen the same guy that walked out of that one here.
And you think that these two things are completely by accident?
I don't know.
This is Rico.
I'm just asking you to think logically. I'm not saying that you know, right? I'm not saying that you have some master plan in this. I'm just asking you to speak logically. Think logically, right?
I don't know.
Two different people.
This might be the core.
Okay, two different people committing similar frauds over multiple jurisdictions, just so happen to be leaving at the same time, and you think that's an accident.
I get how it looks, but like I said, I have no knowledge of
I got you.
anything.
The only thing I'm asking you for is if you have any names of these people, which I know you already gave Maurice or whatever, Marquise.
Marquise.
And he's supposedly coming back here.
So he said
Supuestamente.
he's not driving.
Family Dollar.
He's not driving the car. I don't know who the guy is driving the car. Marquise was a passenger.
Say that. That's exactly what he said.
Man, that nigga ain't coming back, man. This is the same exact type of scenario here, man. This is the same scenario as this. Acts chapter number 5, verse 1. But a certain man named Ananias, with Saphira, his wife, sold a possession and kept back part of the price. His wife also being privy to it, and brought a certain part and laid it at the apostles' feet. But Peter said, Ananias, why hath Satan filled thine heart to lie to the Holy Spirit and to keep back part of the price of the land? Whiles it remained, was it not thine own? And after it was sold, was it not in thine own power? Why hast thou conceived this thing in thine heart? Thou hast not lied unto men, but unto the Most High. And Ananias, hearing these words, fell down and gave up the ghost, and great fear came on all them that heard these things. The young men arose, wound him up, and carried him out, and buried him. And it was about the space of 3 hours after, when his wife, not knowing what was done, came in. And Peter answered unto her, Tell me whether ye sold the land for so much. And she said, Yea, for so much. And Peter said unto her, How is it that ye have agreed together to tempt the Spirit of the Lord? Behold, the feet of them which have buried thy husband, Salakia, her husband, are at the door, and shall carry thee out. Then fell she down straightway at his feet, and yielded up the ghost. And the young man came in and found her dead, and carrying her forth, buried her by her husband. And that it's like being honorable. They were honorable enough to even bury her. You know what I mean? But next to the husband. But listen, this is wild, man. This is the same type of bold-faced activity. She's lying boldly, and now she's gonna get caught with a trifecta. Like he said, this is RICO. This is serious. This yields a major amount of time, like 55 years in prison time. She don't understand what she's doing. They all orchestrated a grand theft scheme plot network, which is an enterprise. It's just RICO. So she's, it's just racketeering, I believe it's called. So she's going to ultimately go to jail for a very long time. And I want to follow up with this too, man. But let's listen.
What?
You knew he was going to say walk over to the Family Dollar, and that's what happened.
They've been texting, so. Did he say he's coming back when I walked out? Did he say?
He was gonna come back, but he was trying to figure out a way back.
You ain't got one.
He said he had
No.
to
I
switch
guess he
cars.
was trying. All I can imagine is that he's not trying to have whoever's driving the burnt orange SUV, the one that's his friend, come back. He's trying to get out of that car and find a way here so that whoever that is,
Nope.
like I said, I don't know his name.
I got you.
Well,
Let me ask you this: would you be willing to write a sworn written statement about what happened? About this guy that you met 2 months ago, that he picked you up today, that he took you to the scrub shop, that he took you to these banks, that he told you to put the scrubs on, told you,
Nah. He can't do that. That policeman cannot coach a witness. You can't do that. That's against the law. If I'm not mistaken, that's against the law. You can't do that. You can't encourage somebody to press charges or anything like this. You can't be doing that. That's some stuff that they shouldn't be putting on camera. And if they were going to say that privately, that's one thing. But he's sitting over here, doing that. He's what do they call that? I know the term for it, but it's like you can't encourage them to do that. You can't do that.
everything that you're telling us, would you be willing to put it in writing on paper?
I mean, I'm still in trouble.
Well, yes. I don't have the ability to make felonies go away. Okay, but what I can tell you is,
She wants to cooperate.
just to help you in court.
cooperating suspects.
That's what I've been trying to do the whole time.
No, and I appreciate that. So that's all. I'm asking if you'll put it in writing. That's all I'm asking. I'm not making you any promises that it'll lessen. You're not lessening any trouble you're in today. Okay, it's just
So he's basically saying, if you stitch them out, we don't know what's going to happen, but it's going to just help us, and it might help you, but it may not. This is bullshit. She should have been like, yo, give me my attorney, man. But like I said, it's too late. She's in the Ananias and Saphira role. All she going to do now is descend down and be destroyed. And, we got to witness it, man. Psalm 92 and 11.
for the future, right? For when this goes to trial.
Let's listen on Live Now from Fox.
Oh, my bad.
How old
Do
is
you
she?
look like a accomplice to a master scheme, or do you look like a girl who's trying to pay her bills so her kids don't be homeless? You know what I'm saying? That's what do you want to look like? What
The
picture do
kids.
you want painted of you for the jury?
The truth.
The truth, right? So will you write the truth for us and swear to it?
Yeah.
Thank you. Let me go get a statement for him.
Guys, I'll say it and I'll say it again.
Yo, that's some dirty shit, though. That's some dirty coaching right there. That dude is soliciting, I believe it's called soliciting a crime, or soliciting, because I know they can't solicit a trespass to certain places. They can't coach them and be like, do you want this guy to be, trespassing or whatnot? That you can't go up and encourage that. And he was going up to the witness and encouraging that witness, and basically coercing a witness and also somebody who's a accomplice, coercing them to do certain things. That's going to come back to bite that cop if it comes out. But they know that they got a weak woman, who's foolish and stupid, and they got the bigger fish in mind, which is those other people, so they could bring RICO charges on all these niggas. And that's what's going to happen.
And if you try to put these women up to do your dirt, that's fine, but do not get women with children. They're going to snitch on you every chance they get.
It ain't even just women with children, it's women in general, because from the woman came the beginning of sin, and from her we all die. You cannot trust these women, period. And really, the guys, whoever was doing the scheme, plotting the scheming, shouldn't have done this either. Just go work for your money. Slow money is better than what's it say? Slow revenue, slow increase is better than great revenues without right. Okay, roughly paraphrasing. I know that's, but that's the truth. You know what I mean? Gathering labor little by little is better than people who plot and scheme to steal a bunch of money. That's foolishness, man. Don't ever get so desperate that you need to do that. What, you got a gambling problem or something? What's wrong with these people? You don't know how to place a bet or something?
She better write a whole sworn statement.
Huh?
I call my keys again.
See if you'll come back, but other than that, we ain't gonna be waiting here all day.
This is an organized fraud scheme out of Orlando. I'll be honest, it'll probably go to like a statewide prosecutor. I say we take her phone.
Yeah,
CID will probably want to do a search warrant on it, in all reality.
I'm good with it.
He said he's going to do a search warrant. Hold on.
Yeah,
CID will probably want to do a search warrant on it. In all reality,
I'm good with it.
I'm sorry, but the
Marquise ain't even picking up.
Of course, he not picking up. He played her ass. You know what I mean? She's in custody. That's probably not even his real name. And dude is, if not leaving the state, I'd be in the midst of leaving the state. You know what I mean? If I was him, which thankfully I'm not. But if if that was the guy, he should be leaving that state immediately. Because when he ultimately going to do like 30 years in jail. You know? And that's just, again, it's a stupid thing. You know, don't get involved with that type of stuff, man. But if he was any type of, smart at this point for his own personal sake, he'd leave, man. He's not coming back over there. This stupid ass lady called earlier on in this video. She was calling, this dude telling him to come back. He's not coming back.
If I see you, once you get through all this, you don't need to talk to him.
Words of wisdom.
You need to put this in your past and not ever do this again.
How old are you, guys? 24.
All right, so she is 24 years old, 2 kids, bien necesitada. She needs money, and that's why she got caught up in this scheme. Is that an excuse? If you were the judge, would you take it easy on her? She's got 2 kids, 24. She's working.
I don't give a shit about that. She bold-faced lied about her involvement and her knowledge of the situation. So no, hell no, I would not take it easy on her ass. Hell no. Maximum penalty, 55 years in jail immediately. That's exactly everything. On all the grand scheme of all these counts. I'd link her to all the other crimes, all the other checks from the same account. I'd hit her with 5 or 6 felonies and give her the maximum sentence for all of them. 5 to 10 years each one. I'd give her life in prison.
At Applebee's, Chili's, Hooters, she's not getting enough hours. Would you show some grace?
I'm not going to say I know how you feel because I don't have kids right now, but I do have one on the way. And I'm not in your shoes, but...
Sandals.
I have to do everything by myself. I don't get any help. And I've just been stuck for the last 2 months.
Oh, she said she doesn't get any help. The fathers of these kids or father not paying any child support. Yet she...
And that's not nobody's goddamn problem. We're not going to feel sorry for your bad decisions, man. And now we got to deal with you stealing from people? Nah, B. That's crazy, bro.
chose to have 2 kids with him.
Just paid May's rent. I was just about to be evicted in May. I just paid May's rent June 7th. And I already got an eviction notice for June.
So they got you on a month-to-month?
Oh, you got the eviction notice? Well, don't worry. We're going to give you a nice place to stay, free of charge, in the county jail, all right? In lockup. And you're going to get to stay there at maximum security prison next. You know what I mean? Once you get sentenced, you're going to do maximum jail sentence. Your ass going to have somewhere to stay for the longest time. And guess what? You don't got to work, man. You're good.
It seemed like...
I mean, I have my lease or whatever, but they give you 30 days from the day that it's late. And then after the 30 days, if you haven't paid it, then they'll put in the note. Then they'll put in for the court to evict you.
And then once you pay it, it'll go away, and then you were late again for the month of June, so they
get another 30-day notice. So okay. I have until July 7th.
How much is your rent?
Right now, with the late fee, it's almost $2,000.
How much is it before the
$1,750?
$1,750.
So she went through all this for $1,750. She couldn't get it. And now with the late fee, it's almost $2,000. She had to turn to Marquise. Would you be an understanding judge and just let her off with probation? What do you think?
I'm a 2-bedroom, 1 bathroom, but like everything's included, so other than my lights.
Yeah. Do you don't get help from the children's father? Are both of your kids from the same
They're both
father?
from the same guy. I don't get help from him.
All right, both kids from the same father. She doesn't get any help. I think she need to go back with him. I mean, anything's better than catching felonies out here. You're f***ing around with Marquise. You went from the hot water to the fire. Let's go.
I hope she does get... Let me see what happens with her.
I'm gonna put them in the front because we're gonna be sitting in the car for a while. All right?
Okay.
They got pink
And you'll be
handcuffs.
cool with this, so.
Yeah, you have. I don't do this to most people.
I'm just trying to be us. I'm not lying about anything. I'm just trying to be us.
And we understand that. We appreciate it.
And this is what I want to tell you guys, and I can't
Oh, and they gonna cuff her from the front. How nice. This is bullshit.
not emphasize it enough. She sat there and exposed the whole scheme before they even read her rights. They read her Miranda rights, and then she goes into even greater details talking all about the plot, how much she was gonna get, who was driving, the make, the model, the description of the car, what Marquise said to her, the fact that they stopped at the damn store to get the uniform and the stethoscope. Then they hand her a pen and a pad and she writes a whole term paper talking about the RICO. Look at the result. She's still going to jail. She should have just said, I'm exercising my rights. I'm not saying anything. I want to talk to a lawyer. Take me to the hole. Guys, you're going to go to jail either way.
Just got caught up in an unfortunate situation.
That's why it is, the scripture says, man, but the woman was deceived in the transgression, but the man was not deceived. Adam was not deceived. You see? Because only a dumbbell would do what she's doing right now. They're not equipped. They're not built for this. Any type of anything, man. They're just not wise people. You know what I'm saying? The women of America are extremely diabolical and wicked. And they're foolish. And, again, maximum sentence for her. Maximum sentence all the way.
Okay.
That they left you in.
I know.
¿Y ahora tus hijos qué?
I bet you she thinks still that there's some glimmer of hope that she's going to get let off of this because she said some things about it. Stupid ass. You still going down, demon.
Here, turn your wrists to face kind of. There you go.
She got a little tat on the arm. Okay, she's a baddie.
We're gonna walk you out and try to get you in there quickly so that way it's not embarrassing. Okay? You don't have anything in your pockets, right? Okay, we're gonna have someone check whenever we get back to the police station, but we're just gonna get you in the car real quick.
She going to be fighting some big Bertha, big ass, big Shirley's in jail. That's going to be knocking her out left and right and making her her girlfriend. And this is the type of shit. This is why you need to fear the Lord, man. She clearly was doing so much wickedness, you know what I mean? That just all coming down on her now.
Okay. Hello.
Thank you.
Doing the perp walk.
Yep, take the walk of shame.
No llores. Don't cry now.
You good, all right? How he like it?
Like,
How he like it?
he loves it. He'll be so disappointed in me.
She says, my brother's a cop. He loves being a cop, and he would be so disappointed in me. Why couldn't you gotten a loan from him?
Oh.
All right, just hang tight, Tommy.
All right, so our girl was charged with felony grade fraud, and her case is pending. What do you think? Do you think that she is more culpable? Is it more her fault, or do you put this more on Marquise? Did Marquise...
I don't give a shit about none of that shit. What I care about is this. I care about the fact of this right here, man. This is what the lesson is. Proverbs 6:16. These 6 things doth the Lord Yahweh hate, yea, 7 are an abomination unto him. A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that deviseth wicked imaginations, feet to be swift in running to mischief, a false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren. Okay, that's what's going on. The Lord hates that lying shit, man. All right? It's better to work than to sit there and gain wealth gotten by vanity, man. Because it's going to be diminished. And ultimately, it never even came to fruition. No, that lying is going to be a major punishment, man. With that, hey, if this is your first time watching the channel, repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Shalom.